What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. We do have a special guest today. He is a native of Inglewood, California, and a graduate of Morehouse College in Atlanta. Shout out to the HBCUs. Y'all always show brother some love. He is currently on his 15th tour as the voice of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He also had an album come out earlier this year entitled Deja Vu. Without any further ado, please help me welcome singer and songwriter and storyteller Phillip Brandon. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How's everything
Hey,
coming for you, man?
bro, everything is everything. Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor to be here. And yeah, we're out here. You said everything's going great. Currently on tour with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, man, and just enjoying every bit of it, bro.
At this time of year, that is such a big thing. Everybody wants to come out and see the shows. You've been the voice with them for the last 15 years. How did you even get started with them?
So they scouted me on YouTube. So I was doing the Lion King show out in Hong Kong,
Yes,
and I put
sir.
up a little clip of that onto YouTube. This is when YouTube was still kind of new, and
Yeah.
and so then one of their talent scouts started reaching out to me, and then we just kind of started going back and forth. And once I got back to the States, we started doing some sessions, and then they eventually asked me to join the tour. So the rest is history, as they say.
15 years of doing something, that goes to show you longevity, but it also goes to show you, just how much they think of you to keep bringing you back. How's the tour been so far?
Oh man, it's been amazing. I mean, it's interesting. I was just saying the other day how I'm so used to walking out to these arenas and just seeing a sea of people. It never gets old, bro. The tour, it's incredible. We're doing a new show this year called The Lost Christmas Eve, and it's been an incredible experience.
What would you say has been one of your favorite moments since you've been with them?
Um, One of my favorite moments is just the connection I get a chance to have with the fans of them because they are some very loyal fans and
Yes,
they
they are.
they yeah. And so just being able to connect with them and see how excited they get seeing the show and getting a chance to talk to them sometimes after the show, it's been really a great experience.
It seems like it is, man. You've had a lot of great experiences, a native of Inglewood, California. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
Man, so grew up in a music loving house. So my mom is a singer, and she actually used to sing and tour with Ray Charles as a Raylette. And my
Yes,
dad,
sir.
yeah, man. So and my dad, even though he wasn't a musician, he was just a jazz lover, and so there was music always in the house, man. And so getting a chance to do that and just having them be as just super supportive of every endeavor that I've gone into has been a blessing. That a lot of people didn't necessarily get a chance to. So anything that I wanted to go into as far as entertainment, they've always been like, do it. You know what I mean? And so that's just having that support has just been a
Supportive parents make the difference, man. And they would obviously have always been your biggest supporters from Inglewood. You would make your way on to Morehouse. We hit on it in the introduction. Can you tell me about your Morehouse experience?
man, some of the closest almost like family that I have to this day
Yes,
was
sir.
created there, bro. And it's funny too, touring throughout the country and getting a chance to reconnect with folks, that I haven't seen since school has been amazing, man. So it's like, I'll go to whether it be like, Boston or DC or Atlanta or anywhere that I go and just, getting a chance to stay connected with these brothers, it's been incredible. It was an incredible experience, and it was also something that was very formative in me going into the entertainment industry.
What have like for you, you have been through a lot. Let's just be honest, man. Coming from Inglewood and then going to Morehouse, there were a lot of ups, there were a lot of downs. But to see you continue to persevere, and here we are, you're doing so many amazing things. What would you say has been one of the most what would you say has been one of the most challenging things that you had to overcome to get to where you are?
Just being okay with the word no
Mm-hmm.
from both my point of view as well as others. Because you go, it's funny, go into an industry where 95 to 99% of the time you hear no, 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 no. And
Right.
so just being okay and with that and not allowing that to dictate my creativity or even my emotions or feelings. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, all right, cool. That's what I heard. I got that information. Move on to here because I only pivot on the yes.
I love that. Pivoting on the yes, one
Yeah.
of the main reasons why I really rock with that, I've had to do that a lot, even in this media space, man. Reaching out to people, trying to get them to let's just have a quick conversation. But, a lot of them will say no. But I've gotten
Mhm.
a lot of yeses too, man. And, speaking about yeses, your project Deja Vu, congratulations on that. Take me back through
Thanks,
that
man.
process, bro.
Bro, that was an awesome process. So we go back to 2020, we had the pandemic and everything was at a standstill. So of course, I'm like, man, I got time to create, right? So it started out with the lead single from that was a song called Mystery, and I got a chance to get the great Gerald Albright saxophonist to play on it with me. And so, going back to that whole thing of like, I just only pivot on the yes. So I said, okay, everybody's kind of got some time on their hands now. The worst thing somebody can do is just say no, right?
Right.
So I said, let me reach out to his people. So I reached out to his people, and he personally got back to me and said he would do it. And so we started out there, and then I continued on with some other songs that I wrote. So it's a 5-song EP. It's just been it's my third studio project. So it's I did a EP back in 2013 and then another full album in 2017. So this is my third project, and it's just been getting some really cool reviews and responses, and I've just been really excited to be able to get this out here to the people.
You're a prolific storyteller. Where does the inspiration come from, especially when you're doing an EP?
Yeah. Storytelling literally is me. I love observing life and then retelling it. Right. And so I think that's where, like, I didn't know that that's what I was doing as a young guy growing up. I was like, I just always kind of like observe and see how people, their different interactions and this, that, and the third. And so going from that to kind of retelling something and retelling it the way that I would love to hear it is
Hmm.
where the storytelling comes
In terms of, not only being a singer and a songwriter and a, person that can tell stories, you're also an accomplished actor as well.
in. Man, yeah, it's been really cool. So, and the funny part is, on the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I am the only actor on the gig. I am the storyteller who comes out and tells the story. And so that is, I've been able to kind of parlay that into other things. I do, commercials. I got a chance to do one with Kevin Hart, other folks like Two Chains, and I mean, it's just been really cool this whole process, right? And so, a couple TV shows that I got blessed to be able to do was Station 19,
Hmm.
SWAT on CBS. So it's been really cool to kind of see the journey unfold of my own story, and then
Oh
kind of
yeah.
tell my own story through this journey of going through like all kinds of aspects of the entertainment industry.
The entertainment industry is not an easy one to be a part of because it is filled with so many ups, so many downs, and there are still people that are looking for their next gig. But you have been so blessed to be able to find consistent work. How have you been able to do it?
Uh, Man, I think the biggest thing is, and I know it sounds like I'm, kind of cheating, but going back to that pivot on the yes. So I literally only focused on the yes, and so I don't have a lot of time. Of course, I'm a human being, so of course, certain things you hear and you're like, oh man, I didn't get that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going, I'm not a robot, so yeah, but I only give myself but so much time because it's like I can either sit and we only have but so many hours in a day, right? So you can either dedicate that to this emotion or you can dedicate that over here. You choose that. So I kind of just try to stay on the okay, wherever I'm getting the momentum, let me keep going that direction.
Speaking about momentum, you guys are currently on tour, and we know that anytime you're on tour, things are crazy. But man, it makes you realize why you decided to go into this. Why you
Oh yeah.
said, you know what, I love it. You had mentioned you're the only actor that is currently on tour. What is the atmosphere like every night, especially when you're about to go in there and narrate something?
Well, it's definitely intense because the schedule is the schedule.
That's right.
We're doing upwards of 10 shows a week sometimes, depending on what the routing is that week. So for me, it's just imperative that I get up and I try to warm up the body, get a workout in at the gym, do something to get my mind and body in a good space, and then try to do things like eat right and stay hydrated and all those kinds of things so that I'm just ready for the schedule that is the schedule. And then I can enjoy it because like then I'm not as tired or I'm not as this or I'm not as that. So then I can just go and say, man, because people are like, oh, what is it? It must be crazy doing all these shows. Well, actually, no, the show is the easy part because that's what I love to do. That's what, you know what I mean?
Yes,
It's the
sir.
travel, it's it's everything that goes around it that can be, cumbersome. So just trying to stay on top of all that and get your rest and all that. That's keeps me going.
The holiday season is here, and I know that everybody always wants to come out and enjoy the show because the holiday season. However, we're still human. We still like to kind of just sometimes take a quick break, just breathe and everything like that. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. What are some of the things that you find yourself still thankful for?
I am thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the connections, those that I've chosen and those that are blood. Because the thing is the older that I get, and the more that I've been in this industry, you when you have that solid foundation, there's nothing else like it. And then they're the ones who keep you grounded and keep you staying the course. So I'm super thankful for them.
Staying the course is key, especially this time of year when so
Yeah.
many people, in a sense, are low key burnt out because they're trying to make sure that they have this thing taken care of. They got to make sure this bill's taken care of, etc. We're all trying to stay the course. How have you been able to stay the course, especially with everything that you do?
Man, just some of the things like I mentioned, man, just trying to always remembering my why. Why am I doing this? What is the end goal? Because a lot of folks think that, oh, okay, if this route doesn't go, I try to think of my career in life as following a GPS, right? It's like, is there only one direction to get to? Is there only one route to get to someplace? No. So if that route is taken or that route is blocked or got a lot of traffic, let's make a left here and go over there. Let's do that. So I try to keep that in mind so that I'm looking at the big picture, not just like a little microcosm of and focusing in on that. But it's like, what is the big picture? Okay, if I know I need to get over here, then it may take a little bit longer, but let me just go around that. And that's what kind of keeps me staying the course.
What are some of the things that you have coming up that your fans can look forward to?
So I got a new single that's coming out with a couple of my bandmates from Trans-Siberian Orchestra. We did a cover of the Level 42 single or song called "Something About You." That's going to be released on December 13th. And then I have some more music coming out in 2025. Going to have another project coming out towards the latter part of that, and then just some dates and things and just all kinds of fun stuff happening, man. So just stay connected with
What's the best piece of advice that somebody has given you that has sustained you this long in your career?
it. Know your why. Why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Because if you know your why, everything else you can make everything else make sense. If you don't know why you're doing something, you know what I mean? So
100%, yo, especially this time of year, people low key trying to do stuff just to do it. You really got to know your why and you have to know your purpose. And we're glad that you know yours. We really enjoyed this. If anybody wanted to connect with you and learn more about you, how can they do that?
so on all the socials, I'm at Phillip Brandon and the number two. And Philip has two L's. Also, my website, philipbrandon.com. And again, Philip has two L's.
Well, nothing else needs to be asked. Ladies and gentlemen, Phillip Brandon on the Chris Gunther Show. Be sure to check him out. He is currently on tour with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I love all the stuff that y'all do, man. I can't play an instrument to save my life, but I might be able to narrate with y'all one time for the one time. All right. Appreciate you for your time today, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me.